Hey guys, so real quick, I'm going to teach you how to prepare this Cycles Ready rig into a Blender Render Ready rig, just in terms of the shaders and stuff like that. Right now it works great in Cycles, and that's what they were prepared for when Boxscape created the rig. So we're going to go ahead and switch it over to Blender Render, just for those of you guys who want to use Blender Render. So we're going to go ahead and switch the engine right now. As you can see, the materials are sort of turned off because they don't work anymore. So once we get here, we're just going to go ahead and click this button here and basically toggle that off to not use nodes anymore, which is this is basically the use node button. And so we're going to turn that off, and we're back into a normal Blender internal render material. And so we're going to turn off specular. We're going to make this very simple. We're going to turn on transparency, and then that is good enough for the diffuse. And then we're going to turn diffuse up to 1, and then we're going to go to the texture tab, create a new texture, scroll all the way up, create a new texture, and then under image or movie, we're going to go ahead and drop down a Herobrine Eyes 3, which is the version of the skin that we did where we painted out the face. And we'll go ahead and use that one here. As you can see here, it works pretty well. I'm going to hit Show Alpha to show that we have a lot of alpha here that needs to be transparent, because most of these areas are actually made for the 3D mesh outside for the masks and hats and stuff like that that the new Minecraft skins use. I say new, it's a few years now. And then we're going to go ahead and go to here under image sampling. Make sure we change it from turning off interpolation to using the box filter, because we want to make sure the blurry textures are no longer blurry and stay sharp. So once we have that, we're good to go, but we're also going to go to influence real quick and check alpha. And that will bring our guy back, because he needs to be, non-transparent in some parts. So we have the alpha mapping out which parts are transparent and which parts are not. So because there's technically 2 layers of mesh here, the 3D outside and then just the base mesh underneath, he should have the base mesh underneath to be opaque, and then the outside mesh be transparent. So let's go ahead and check that. Right now he's all black because there's no light source. So we're going to go ahead and add a light source real quick, see if we can get something out of there. We go. There he is. So yeah, that sun obviously helped out a lot. So if we go ahead and go into Shift Z, real-time render mode, that shows that it's working great. The transparency is all there. Now that we have that, we're going to go ahead and fix up the eyes as well. Turn off that node for the eyes. This is going to turn off the specular, turn up the diffuse to 1. We could turn it all the way up to a white texture, because it is a white texture. The eye color, again, turn that off, and then we can change this color to whatever we want, say like a blue. I use blue quite often. Again, turn off the specular, because nothing about Minecraft is usually shiny unless it's like wet or something like that, something special. And then we're going to go to the eyebrows again, and then this will be sort of a brown texture. We're going to go ahead and eyedropper tool the hair to make sure that matches. Turn off the specular again. Let's find a better color for the eyedrops, to eyedrop for the eyebrows. That seems a little bit more brown, so I like that a little bit better. And then for the tongue, again, these don't have any texture, so it's very easy. The tongue, again, is also very easy. It's more of a reddish color, so we're going to try to match it as best we can to what we had before. One of the fastest ways to do it would be simply to go here, go to the node editor here real quick, and as you can see here, we do have a input color for the Cycles version of the shader. We can just eyedropper tool that. Boom, we have the same color there. Turn off the specular again, and that's good to go. Again, with the teeth, another way you can do it is turn off the node here. We're going to go ahead and mouse over this color right here, control copy, and then just mouse over here, control paste. Perfect. Turn that off, turn that up. Did we turn that up earlier? No, we didn't. Let's go and turn that up as well. Yeah, make sure the intensity is 1, just so that we get a full version of the color that we choose. It's just a good habit to get into for Minecraft stuff. And then for here, it looks like we have a dark brown color, so let's go ahead and turn that off, and then paste that dark brown color into the diffuse, and then turn off the specular as per usual. And now we have everything ready for our rig, and that's perfect. So this is the Blender Render enabled version of the rig that we just imported from the Boxscape Studio assets. So if you ever want to use Blender Render, that's how you do it. Even though something is made for Cycles, it's very easy to repurpose it to Blender Render, especially with Minecraft assets. So that's it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.